Get set to see something spectacular. He's among our top echelon of ninjas last year. Put your hands together for the guy that went the furthest, fastest, Fred Dorrington.
Bit of a Ninja Warrior stalwart. This is his third Ninja Warrior. He'll be desperate to get to the top of Mount Midoriyama. Easier said than done, though. Here he goes, the man they call Just Fred. Here he is on the frame rider. He needs to wedge himself in there. I can't imagine there'll be any problems on it. There'll be no problems on this for him. Yeah, he's easily through.
This could bring anyone unstuck, but Fred Dorrington decides
slams into the mushroom
to super glue himself onto that mushy.
Go, 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 go!
And he's across. Gives himself a pat on the chest.
Or maybe just checking that his heart's actually there and not beating out of it. Fred Dorrington, he never looks rushed. He never looks panicked. He never looks like he's under the pump.
And he always looks like the boy next door.
Does. He looks like he's just jumped out of the audience.
Okay, up onto the first of the swinging boards. And he doesn't seem to have too much trouble at keeping himself up there and doing whatever business he needs to get done.
It's just business, isn't it? It's business-like.
Yeah, that's the way he seems to.
It is business-like how he
approach these things.
Approaches this course.
Come on, Fred.
See how he never panics. We saw a couple of our competitors earlier swinging arms. They're really swinging on that table there, but it's steady and he only swings it when he needs to, and that's right now the dismount.
You're right. The others get a big swing when, in fact, Fred just proved you actually don't need it.
No.
He just reaches across and says, OK, we're on to the next board.
You see the concentration in his face, in his eyes. Looking up to the battering ram. This is where the experience kicks in. Just taking his time, not rushing. Trying to conserve energy. Got to remember, though, if you don't finish the course, it is the furthest, fastest. He's checking the trampoline. I'm sure he's been on plenty of trampolines. Wiping his hands again. Must be wet. Now, Fred Dorrington bouncing onto the first battering ram. Edging his body forward. And onto the second. This is what I like about Fred Dorrington. Takes his time in between obstacles, and then when he gets on the obstacles, spends as little time as he has to on top of them. Or underneath them, as the case may be. Coming down the pole slider. Look at the grazes on his leg. Look at that. Body on the line, Fred Dorrington. Big graze above that right knee.
This is just the experience shining through. This is like an athlete who has been to world championships time and time again. Sometimes your first time, you're a little bit nervous, but he doesn't have any signs of that at the moment.
He just brushes the dust off the shoulder.
There's no dust. He doesn't have time for any dust settling on his shoulder, surely.
Now, when it comes to the salmon ladder, he's got experience on this salmon ladder. So unlike some of our ninjas who've either had a crack once or twice or have never seen one before, Fred Dorrington knows what it's all about. He's given himself a big, long spell before getting on that trampoline. So either he knows his limits and he's planned what to do within them, or he's spent. I'm hoping it's the first of those two options. He's up one. He's up two. No time to waste. He's up three.
That's exactly.
Straight onto the stationary bar. Now he's got to move this one and the next one, Beck.
Okay, here he goes. He takes away the black bar, places it carefully. Just one more to go.
Oh, come on, Fred.
Freddie.
Right, said Fred.
Okay, just the dismount now. Taking his time, doesn't want to muck this up.
Oh, yeah.
Very good boy, Fred. You know what? And he is happy with that. That is the first time we've seen any emotion from Fred Dorrington.
Look at the crowd. They love this tonight. Fred Dorrington climbing his way up to the platform, which takes him to the hourglass.
He takes the time to wipe the hands down, pat the chest down, plan his next move. He may have already done enough at this point to get into the grand final, but he wants to go up the chimney. First this trampoline, and then he's got a choice between the bar or the bungees.
Oh!